Hello there, Jaraguchi, Mr. Internet Tips, and welcome to What's Up Wednesday. No fancy green screen today because I'm a little short on editing time, so I just want to make sure I get this message out to you today. And it's a really, really important message, and I hope that if you find this interesting and potentially helpful to other people, that you spread this and you share it with some of your friends. But today's topic, or even question if you want to call it, or questions, is 10 questions that you need to ask a web designer before you hire them. And I can tell you that in my business, and that's what we do, design and development of websites, is one of our biggest referrals are people that are redesigning something that they've already paid thousands of dollars for. And if they would have asked some of these simple questions up front, they may have avoided a redesign and an extra expense. So mainly the questions are broken up into pricing and ownership, because those are the two biggest things that there are some confusion when a contract is formed or when the process begins. And so I'm going to give you 10 simple questions that you can ask your web designer before you hire them. And then there's also going to be a blog post URL in the description of this video where you can find a whole bunch of different questions, and it goes into detail a bit more about what you need to know before you actually pull the trigger and say you're hired. Okay, question number 1. How will I be charged, by the hour or by the project? Really, really important to understand that up front. Question number 2. Can you provide a detailed breakdown of what I am paying for? Very, very important. Price related, remember. Question number 3, are there any future costs once the website design is completed? Great question, right? Question number 4, will I have the easy ability to edit my own website? And if not, how much will that cost? As your business changes, your website has to change with it. You're going to have to pay for those edits, or can you do them yourself? Question number 5, will I own the website? Can't tell you how many clients are actually just leasing a website and don't even know it. And if once they stop paying, the website gets turned off and they're back to square one. Question number 6, will I own the domain name? Big problem out there. Web designer sets up the domain name on his account, he disappears, goes out of business, whatever. You can't track down that domain name, and it's on all your business cards, all of your marketing material, and you're stuck. Question number 7, will I have all the access information to all the accounts related to the website? So hosting accounts, domain accounts, database accounts, whatever accounts are necessary and needed to run that website on the web, do you have the access to them? And when I say access, I mean username and password. Very, very important question. Number 8, what information am I responsible for giving you? You need to make sure before the design process begins that it's really clear what the web designer is responsible for and what you're responsible for as the client. This needs to be really set up before anything starts, so there's not any surprises later on what you're asked to deliver to your web designer. And you don't want to be blamed for holding up the project. Number 9, really, really simple but common sense question. How long will it take? And this should be really, it can be a gray area because there are things that come up during any design process, website or anything that involves a design process. But it's really important to kind of get a close figure on how long it will take. And then number 10, I think this one is the most important. I kind of put number 1 and number 10 where they are because I think they're the most important. Number 10, and I've actually never ever been asked this. In the 3 years I've been in business, about 250 websites, I've never been asked this by a client, but I think it should be asked. Can I have 3 clients that you have designed websites for? And when you ask that, you want references. Just like you were going to, rent an apartment or, whatever. You're going to have somebody come and babysit your child. Same thing should apply with your website. You want to ask your web designer for 3 references, 3 clients that they have worked with, and you can get as detailed to, what type of industry, where did you meet them. You can decide on how detailed of those references you want to be, but at the bare minimum, get the client's name and the client's contact information. So you can call them and you can actually ask how the process was dealing with that particular website designer. So 10 simple questions. I have an expanded blog post on this topic, and the URL to that blog post is in the description of this video. Very, very powerful. Make sure that if you're going to embark on web design, that these 10 questions are asked to your web designer. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next Wednesday.